Hey everybody, this is a little explanatory video for your essay number 1 assignment. I'm going to talk about the prompt and talk about some of the expectations for you completing this assignment. So let's start with the prompt. Based on what you've learned about the Puritans and the Enlightenment, answer the following prompt. Quote, how would the Puritans have judged the values, beliefs, and life of Benjamin Franklin? End of quote. Okay. I further explain in the instructions, one way to think of this prompt is to imagine a Puritan in Denham around the time of the town's founding, magically finding a copy of Benjamin Franklin's autobiography. What would that person have thought about Benjamin Franklin? All right, so the idea for this assignment is you've learned all about this world of the Puritans, their values, their beliefs, their ideas, their society. And then you've also learned about the Enlightenment through the example of Benjamin Franklin and the way he lived his life, his values, his beliefs, his ideas, his society. Now let's put them together. How would the Puritans have judged Benjamin Franklin? In the broadest sense, any sort of areas of comparison you can think of to compare Benjamin Franklin and his world and his values and the Puritan world, have at it, okay? Have some fun with this project, okay? Now, let's talk about the writing of the essay, okay? I say in the instructions, first thing you should do is watch this video I'm recording right now, so good for you, you're doing what you were told. It's a 3 to 5 page paper, okay? Between 750 words and 1250 words, okay? Can it be a little shorter? Yeah, but I suspect you might run into some trouble because you're probably not going to have enough to say. Can it be longer than 1250 words, 5 pages? It can, but I remember I had a professor as an undergraduate who explained it to me this way, and I have a similar attitude. If you're going to write more than what I tell you in terms of the maximum, it better be good. It better be good. If it's good and you're confident and it's solid and you want to keep writing, okay, fine, no problem. If it's good, I'm going to enjoy reading it, okay? But just know, once you get past that 5 page limit, I'm going to be a little more skeptical, okay? So try to make it between 3 and 5 pages. Can it be shorter? Yeah, okay. Can it be longer? Yeah, okay. But I would try to stick to that, just to be safe, okay? It should be 12-point font, double-spaced, 1-inch margins. If you do that, then it should be about 250 words per page and easy for me to read, okay? You will submit this through Turnitin. I have a link for week 8 for this project. It should be a Word doc or a PDF document. Okay, those are the submissions I want. If you want to word process it in any other format, that's fine, but before you turn it in, convert it into either a Word doc or a PDF doc. This way, there will not be issues when it comes to me opening up your essay and being able to read it. Okay, so just be safe. Word doc, PDF doc, okay? You can turn it in late, but for every week you are late, 1 second after the deadline will start 1 week, you will be docked a letter grade for every week it takes for you to get in beyond the submission deadline, okay? I told you in the announcement, the first announcement about this, that I've decided to give you 2 weeks to work on this project. I've decided to give you more time to create better papers. So the deadline is October 16th before midnight. Okay, at the strike of midnight on the 16th, this paper is late and you will be docked a letter grade. So for your sake, for my sake, I don't like to deduct points needlessly from students, but I need to have a deadline. Okay, just you have to have a deadline or else nobody will ever turn anything in. So try not to leave it to the last minute in case you have technical issues or there's some sort of problem. Get this done as quickly as you can. I gave you a whole extra week to work on this. In previous classes, I usually give students a week. It's a crazy semester. I'm giving you guys 2 weeks. But don't abuse that. Use the 2 weeks. Get stuff done. Okay? In terms of formatting, this is not a research paper. This is a paper I'm only expecting you to use lecture material, class videos, the PowerPoints I've created, and the readings that we've had. And since you aren't reading the Lockridge book, or at least I'm not expecting you to, there's an extra credit assignment for that. But I have no expectations for you to read the Lockridge book for this assignment. But I do expect you to have read the reading assignments for Benjamin Franklin. If you are going to quote the book, all I need is just some, after the sentence that you quote, just parentheses, the author's name, and the page number where I could find it. Like I said, I would only expect you to be doing this for Franklin, so the example I'm showing here is, you quote something from page 16 in the Franklin book, parentheses, page 16. If you have an online version of it that has 0 page numbers, do your best just to tell me around where it's from. Just parentheses Franklin, middle of part 1. Okay. This isn't a research paper, so I don't expect documentation to be a big issue here. Let's talk about the grading rubric I'm going to have for this. I include this Word document in the week 18 module in terms of my expectations. There are 4 criteria I use that you're going to be graded on for this project. So organization will be 15%. Style and clarity will be another 15%. Mastery of course materials will be 50%. And then finally, the last 20% will be analysis. Okay. And so I give you a breakdown for each one of these in terms of an A paper, a B paper, a C paper, and a D paper in all of these categories that I expect to see. So for example, an A paper, when it comes to organization, I tell you, essay contains an introduction, main body, and conclusion. Introduction conveys the main argument and offers a preview of what the reader can expect in the essay. The conclusion brings everything together and neatly summarizes the paper's central idea. You do all that, 15% of your grade will be in the A range for that. And then there's lower criteria as you move from A to B to C to D. There's lesser expectations for each of them. So take a look at the grading rubric. I give it to you to give a sense of what my expectations are. For style and clarity, for A range, all sentences are grammatically correct and clearly written. No words are misused or unnecessarily complex. Technical terms, words from other languages, and words from historical periods are always explained. All information is accurate and up to date. That would do more with the research paper. This is rubric I use for other things too. Paper has been spell checked and proofread and contains almost no errors. All right. A-level work, that's what I'm expecting when it comes to style and clarity. Mastery of course material. This is the largest percentage of your grade. This is where you show me you've learned stuff in this class. For an A paper, provides compelling and accurate evidence to support the central position. Mastery of course materials, lectures, reading, videos, is highly evident from the writing. Research sources are highly relevant, accurate, and reliable, and add to the strength of the paper. Again, this isn't a research paper. I use this also for research papers. You don't have to worry about that research stuff. Are you using what we learned in class? Lectures, videos, reading assignments, all right? Are you demonstrating your mastery? Show me in this essay number 1 what you've learned, okay? That'll be the biggest chunk of your grade for this paper. And then analysis, last 20%, demonstrates a sophisticated understanding and careful critical analysis of the topic and thesis, the argument. Compares and contrasts perspectives, considers counter arguments or opposing positions, and draws original and thoughtful conclusions. Okay, the A paper's really demonstrate a student who's doing some thinking on their own and not simply parroting what I have told you. But you're coming to some original observations about how a Puritan would have judged Benjamin Franklin, all right? And so you can read the rest of them for B, C, D. Hopefully, nobody's going to be in the D range for this project. Obviously, there's the possibility of an F, but that's just a paper that's a full train wreck. So I don't even like to lay that out because I don't think that will be an issue for you guys. You guys are going to do great on this thing. Okay, this assignment is 30% of your grade in this class, so please take it with that kind of seriousness. This is a big chunk of your grade, okay? So start early, prepare, have some people proofread it, take a look at it, try not to finish it typing and then at 11:55 on Friday night of the 16th, send it in. Get it done before then. Finally, I have 275 students this semester, so realistically, I am not going to be able to read drafts of this paper. I have too many of you. In a perfect world, if I was teaching 2 classes and this was a seminar and I had, 50 students, I could probably swing that. But I just have too many students this semester, so as much as I would like to read everybody's rough draft, I'm just not going to be able to. However, for the 2 weeks you have to work on this, I'm going to have office hours, all right? I'm going to have Zoom office hours, so come see me. The sooner the better about this. You come talk to me Friday, the day it's due. I suspect office hours are going to be pretty crowded, and I don't know how much time I'll be able to dedicate to everybody during office hours. So the sooner you know and want to start talking about this with me, get in there and come into Zoom, and I will be more than happy to help you get the grade you want for this assignment, okay? Any questions you have, you're always welcome to email me. Okay, good luck. Get to work, and I look forward to reading your papers. Okay, bye.